Hey girl gang, welcome to the HCFSU Edit, the ultimate girl's guide to all things garnet and gold, where we talk college, chaos, and everything in between. I am your host, Kaley Hoppenworth, and I'm here with Sophia Ferraro. Together we make up the YouTube video team here at her campus at FSU, and today we're going to be talking about all the things we wish we knew going into each year of college.
Yep.
So let's get into it.
Let's do this.
I'm excited.
Oh my gosh, me too.
Okay.
Okay.
So just take me back to freshman year.
Oh God.
What were like your expectations going into it?
Yeah. I was like, I had this like idea of like, oh my God, college is gonna be like the best 4 years.
Yes.
And it's gonna be so crazy. Like it's gonna be a movie. I get here. Girl, this is Tallahassee.
And
What
then we
movie?
land in Tallahassee, Florida.
Right. Like what movie are we talking about here? I mean, no.
You hear like the record scratch and it's like,
Yeah, in my little dorm in Jenny Murphy, like, and honestly, like, I didn't really have like specific expectations. It was all kind of just like, okay, I'm here. I don't know what to expect, and if I think about it too much, then I'm gonna like drive myself insane. So like, let me take it day by day. Let me like move in, let me like get situated. And when I first moved in, my roommate, she wasn't coming till September, I believe, because she had torn her ACL at the time.
really?
Right. Yeah. So
So
she
you were
had,
by yourself then for how long?
I think maybe like 2 weeks, two and a
Okay.
half. Yeah. So cause she had recently gotten surgery, so she like couldn't like move around that much until September. So the first 2 weeks, like I was by myself, and like, I mean, I've always been a pretty independent person. So for me, it was like, okay, I mean, I can live on my own. That wasn't really the jarring part. The jarring part was like, I don't have my like, you know, my best friend to talk to.
Yeah, that's my worst nightmare.
Like about
Like best friend where? I
Right.
mean, you're in this completely new environment. You
Yeah.
were moving in to a dorm with your best friend. It was all supposed to be this like dream scenario.
Right.
And then poof, she's gone.
And then poof.
And you're just here completely by yourself.
Exactly. And
That is
so
terrifying.
It was, but then I was like, okay, it's fine. Like she's gonna come. Like she's going to show up, and
Right.
like it'll be fine. But those first 2 weeks, my thing was like, okay, I need to like get out of my dorm. I need to like
Right.
go do stuff and force myself to like learn campus. That sounds like bad. Of course, eventually I was going to learn campus, and I did want to. I mean, I was going to be here for the next 4 years, but it was kind of like, okay, I need to like, let me go get coffee somewhere, and like, let me go sit down somewhere and do my homework, or like
Yeah.
do things, because if I stay in my dorm, like I'm going to go crazy.
Yeah, I don't think that sounds bad at all.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, that sounds like exactly what you should be doing. I feel like your freshman year, right? Like,
Right.
I mean, was my experience as well. Like, I was moving into Azalea and I had my roommate, which we were totally random in a sense. Like, we did request each other, but we had actually met through like the Patio app. I don't know if anyone.
Oh,
do you remember that?
Yes, but I didn't use it because I was rooming with my best friend. So
So you didn't need it.
I didn't
but
need
for
it.
someone like me, I had like nobody that I knew coming into
Right.
FSU. And so I was just like, let me download it. Let me see what it's about. And my roommate and I actually had our like assigned number was
Yeah.
one number apart. So I think I was like number like 696 and she was like 695. So it was almost like fate. And we chose Azalea. We both wanted to live in Azalea. And then when we got here, it was just kind of like, now what do we do?
Right.
So naturally, of course, we were like, let's explore campus.
Right. And Azalea, that's bougie.
It was bougie.
You
It
got
was bougie.
lucky.
I'm not gonna lie.
Love Jenny, love her down. But like when I tell you that, I mean, all the dorms are tiny, but when I tell you ours was tiny, like shoebox. Call me Thumbelina. Like I was like,
That was a crazy
Didn't she
pull.
No, I
She
know.
lived in the little flower.
Right.
Yeah.
Call me Thumbelina, because girl, no, like but I loved it. I loved it.
Yeah.
And what was nice was like, my best friend and I, when we were selecting or like ranking our apartments, our dorms, we were thinking, okay, let's think about location, which like for incoming freshmen, and you don't have to do this at all, but I think about location a little bit, because you want to be somewhere that's like center to campus, and you want to be somewhere that like you can easily like navigate. And Azalea honestly is a great location as well, because you kind of really our center. You have 1851 attached to you, which for those of you who may not know 1851, it's basically like a mini food court. But yeah, so Jenny, to us, we're like, okay, we're close to the library. There's a Chick-fil-A right behind us, which was dangerous territory.
Very dangerous.
Very dangerous. But nonetheless, yeah, so we had Chick-fil-A, we had the library, Landis, like we were, oh, okay, like this is cool. Like this is fine. And like the Union was not too far of a walk. So we were like, okay, like Jenny is a pretty good location. So Jenny for us, ranking wise, was like number 2. We put Cawthon at number 1, but Cawthon's like the music dorm.
It is.
So we didn't get it.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah. I mean, love that I got Jenny, but like we chose Cawthon at number 1 because we were right next to the library. And granted, we didn't know about.
You're so studious. I love that.
Yeah, we were like, we need to be close to like the classroom buildings. I mean, looking back, I'm like, who cares? But like, I mean, no, care. But you know what I mean? Like, Jenny worked out. Jenny worked out.
And that's a good point, I think, to bring up is I feel like there's a lot of like pressure on like we need to get the best dorm. We want to be really central to campus. And I know tons of people who have ended up at Sally Hall. Worst part about Sally is just the fact that it is so far from everything. And I think that's what most people get really worried about is they're like, what if my dorm is super far from everyone and I feel disconnected and I'm not able to get to all my classes? But that's just really never the case. No. I think, first of all, everyone's in the same like bucket as you. Like if you boat, everyone's in the same boat as you. And if you are in Azalea, you're still not going to know where you're going. Right. Compared to Sally. Like we all have the Apple Maps out on our phones.
Yes, ma'am.
All the time.
Yes,
or
ma'am.
Google Maps, whatever. Yeah. Anyways, like we all don't know where we're going. Yeah. And so no matter where you land on like the campus, you will eventually orient yourself and make it home, you know? And I feel like that's something that most people worry about, but I would say don't freak out about it.
Don't freak out. Apple Maps is your best friend.
Truly,
you know.
but turn that sound down.
Oh,
turn that sound down.
Yes. Don't let people hear Siri on your way to class.
Turn right in 900 feet.
Imagine.
And it's,
and everyone's just like,
that happened to me. Oh. And I was going to Swanee from Azalea. So it was terrifying. I was trying to walk out, trying to be discreet about it because I was like, no, I totally know where I'm going, right?
Yeah.
No, I didn't. I had no clue. It's and she did get lost.
And you know what? But now you're found.
Yeah, exactly. That was profound.
Thanks.
That was profound. Okay, so anyways, just thinking back now to freshman year and all the new things that we experienced.
Totally.
What would you tell like younger Sophia if you could?
I would say that the people that you become friends with freshman year, or I should say that most of the people that you meet, and again, to preface my experience, you're not going to stay friends with, and that's okay. Because the people that you meet freshman year, it's more so a lesson in who do you want to associate yourself with? Who do you see yourself like hanging around and growing from? And so a lot of the people that I met freshman year, not all, but a lot were people who just, we didn't vibe, and that's okay, but also like they weren't necessarily the people for me. They weren't people who were like supportive of me at all. And so learning to be like, okay, I'm not going to find my forever friends immediately. Because I think that's the misconception is like, you're going to find your forever friends. And there is truth to that. But give yourself grace. You're coming into a new environment. You're brand new to a whole university, right? Like you will meet your friends. But in order to meet the right ones, you got to go through the wrong ones. And you have to learn when to pull away.
I love that. And that's true for so much just in general. Yeah. But you're right. Like there is that idea that when you come here, you're going to like find your people and find your community right off the bat. And it can be really tempting too when there's social media and you're watching all your high school friends meet their new college friends. Totally. And you're thinking like, oh, I need to be finding my friends. And I think when that happens, you just naturally end up kind of falling into groups that maybe you wouldn't typically go to just because you want to be in community with people. You want to feel like you belong. You want to have that like college friend group. But I promise you that college friend group from that first week of move-in,
especially orientation.
Baby, let me hold your hand when I say this. Like,
Yeah.
you guys will probably never speak again after that.
Yeah.
And maybe you do, and that you're like the one in a million.
Right.
But I will say, it's like, don't stop yourself, of course, from like meeting people, talking to whoever you can, but don't feel like you have to like stick to that first group that you meet, or don't feel like you're behind if you haven't found that friend group yet. Like, you will eventually meet people through classes, through clubs, through so many things. Like, this is just the beginning of your journey. Don't feel like you have to rush and do everything now.
And the beautiful thing too is the people that you meet freshman year, you may not become friends with immediately, but you will maybe become friends with them down the line.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
I met like people my freshman year through my FIG, which for those of you who don't know, FIG is basically like a small group of people that you have all your classes with that align with like the major that you want to go into. So I was in a communications FIG, so like there were like 20 of us, and we would be in like classes of a larger size, but all 20 of us ended up being in the same like 4 classes. So it was like a way to like familiarize yourself with people so that you didn't feel like less alone, and like also like you could become friends with those people. A lot of those people I met in my FIG, right, didn't become friends with them truly until maybe end of sophomore, beginning of junior year.
Right.
Like, and again, like, that's not to say like, oh, they were wrong in the moment. It was more so like we just hadn't made that connection.
Yeah.
Timing is huge. Like, you're gonna like, you will meet people freshman year that like maybe your senior year you're just like, oh, we vibe.
Yeah, like, wait, I forgot about you.
Right.
Let's hang out.
But you both had to grow, and you both had to go through your separate experiences in order to meet.
To then come together. Exactly.
And so,
and that's so great that you got to like bring them into your sophomore and junior year experiences. So like, let's talk about sophomore year.
oh yeah.
If you're starting your first semester at FSU and want to make this transition smoother, check out our article, Do's and Don'ts for Incoming Freshmen. From getting involved in things you truly enjoy to learning how to prioritize your health, this article offers all the tips and tricks that you'll need for this fall. Tap the link down below to read more. Sophomore year for me was the year where I felt like I kind of knew what I was doing. I felt like I kind of had my like wits about me. I knew the campus a lot better. I did have some friends that I felt really comfortable with and things like that. But I mean, how would you describe your year? Like, if you could come up with a word.
I would say transformative, because sophomore year was kind of the opposite from your experience, in the sense that I clung on, in the beginning, I clung on to a lot of things that were good for me at the time, that prior to sophomore year, that weren't good for me anymore. Whether that was people, whether that was hobbies or activities, right? Like, I was holding on to things that in the past served me, but no longer did. And so I was trying to hold on to that and maintain that, and thinking, okay, well, like, maybe if I stick it out, like, it'll be worth it. But it wasn't. And so learning to let go of what was comfortable in order to find what I have potential for was the big lesson.
I am so glad you brought that up, because I do truly think that sophomore year has this potential to either be a year of exponential growth and like self-discovery, or the potential to kind of stagnate.
Oh, absolutely.
Because yes, we're coming in, we're more comfortable. We know the campus, we have a few friends. Great. Now, what are we going to do with that? And I feel like either you can choose to stay in that comfort zone and choose to be in that warm little bubble, or you can really branch out and either like let go of some things that might have been holding you back freshman year, whether that was like fear of trying new things or putting yourself out there. And you can actually find the things that feel true to you, and you can explore those. And you can also mess up a little bit, right? Because sometimes you'll try something and it won't be for you. I mean, I had that experience. I tried like a bunch of different clubs. I rushed like some like community service fraternity, I think.
Oh, I'm forgetting the name of it.
Me too, but it's okay. I
have
didn't
friends
end up
in it,
rushing
and I'm
them.
forgetting. I don't know why I'm forgetting. I have friends in it, and I forgot.
It
Anyway,
was like
continue.
a co-ed community service fraternity,
yes.
and it was really fun and amazing, and I had a good time, but then I kind of sat with it, and I was like, I don't know if this is right for me. And sometimes you just have to do that sophomore year. Like, you have to dip your toes in the water, decide like, does this feel like something I want to invest in even more? And then make that decision. And so I feel like that was genuinely what my sophomore year was, and all tied up.
For me, that didn't happen for me until junior year. But it was sophomore year that told me, okay, if I'm going to get to that point, I need to start letting go.
So it was kind of like you were like cutting off the extra things that were weighing you down.
It was kind of a stagnant year, but also growth in terms of myself because, you know, I was, again, hanging on to things from my past that weren't working in my current situation. Like, for example, like I played water polo all throughout high school. I get into college, played water polo freshman, sophomore year. So by sophomore year, it just wasn't for me anymore. It wasn't something that was giving me joy. It wasn't something that, it wasn't what it once was. And so having to part ways with a hobby that was for 4 years, really fun, was hard. And so a part of me was like trying to make it work and like trying to make it work with my schedule. But then I was late to meetings. I was late to like, you know, I couldn't go to like a party or like a, you know, meet up with friends because, oh, I have a tournament or, oh, I have practice and so it was taking away from the things that would have helped me grow and expand and meet new people. So learning to let go of that, for example, was
and I don't see that as stagnant, even though maybe you were holding on to that for some of sophomore year, like through that experience of holding on to that and trying to stick with something that was no longer right for you, like you did learn it wasn't right for you anymore.
Right.
And you were kind of trying to like fit that like square peg into like a circle hole situation. And you just kind of had to learn to let it go. And so many people really do experience that. Like they're deciding like, should I play this sport that I've played my entire life or in high school, or should I join this club that I did in high school and bring it to college? And I really do think that if you want to experience new things, if you want to kind of like reinvent yourself, college is the perfect place to do that because there's so much here and you really don't have to stick to what you've always known because at the end of the day, like the risk is never that big.
Totally.
Right? Like if you would have decided, oh, actually, I don't like water polo like early on and you're like, I'm not going to do that anymore. And then senior year, you were like, actually, I think I want to bring it back again. Yeah. You can do that. Like 100%. Not everything is so final where it's like, if I don't do this now, I'll never get to do it again. It's like, no, we have time. Right. We can always come back to it. Yeah. It might not be right for us now. It could be right for us later. Could not be.
Right. And so that was like
a very happy-go-lucky way, I think.
No, but that is a really good way to put it because for me at the time, not now, retrospectively looking back, I needed to go through that. But also, you know, again, water polo was one example, but there were multiple examples throughout my life in that moment that I was experiencing that exact same feeling where I just felt like weighed down. And it's a tough feeling to come out of because you start to think, well, maybe is it me or maybe is it because I just don't fit in with this school? Do I have to like transfer? Is it like what is going on that is making it so difficult? But again, you're not going to adapt to college, you know, just freshman year. It's not going to take freshman year. For me to finally fully feel adapted to FSU, I would say by like the beginning of my junior year, which we'll touch on later, but that's when I fully felt like truly adapted because again, going back to my previous statement, like letting go of the past, letting go of those things that once made you happy but no longer did, whether that's people, whether that's activities, whether that's, you know, even like skills that you're like, well, I'm good at this, but does it bring me joy?
That is such a good question. You know? Yes.
Like exactly. So that's why I would say that sophomore year was transformative because.
And I'm so glad that you brought up that like you didn't feel fully adapted until junior year because I think it just goes to show that wherever you're at in your college journey, whether it's like you feel like this is absolutely the place for you, you found your people, you found your passion, or you're still feeling a little bit lost, a little bit not like ungrounded type of thing. Like no matter where you're at, like this is essential to your journey because now you feel very much in your element. Yes. And all of that was necessary to get exactly where you are now. So I think like if you're somewhere in the midst of it and you're still not sure, like, is this the right place for me? Am I doing the right things? Like, just don't worry about what's right and what's wrong. Like just follow your gut and let this, like, just know that it's a part of your journey, like 100%. Truly. If you're having a hard time finding your footing in college, check out our article, 700 Miles Away, How to Fall in Love with FSU. This article addresses the common challenges that come with moving to a new place and choosing a community that's right for you. Tap the link down below to read more. Now we're at junior year.
Oh,
right?
Yes.
Because you said
yes.
you're fully adapted. You're
yes.
ready.
Yes.
So what does that mean?
Oh,
we jumped in the deep end.
Oh yeah. I literally head first. I was like, you know what? I missed out on things I wanted to do. I wanted an internship. Boom. I was like, I'm going to get one. Oh, I couldn't join these clubs. Joined every club that I wanted to join and like packed my schedule. Oh, now I picked up a second major because I was yes.
Same.
So my primary major is digital media production, but I didn't want to graduate early, which again, there's nothing wrong with graduating early, but
not for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, not for me. I wanted to extend my journey as long as possible.
Right.
Truly.
So I was like, okay, I'm gonna pick up a second major, English, because I was always interested. I always loved to write. So I was like, you know what? Like, let's bring her in. So I brought in a second major, joined I don't even know how many clubs, and like, you know, gained leadership experience, but also like I really wanted to develop my production skills. That was the big thing. I was like, whatever I do, I want it to be production oriented because I missed out my sophomore year. So I literally was like, any opportunity I could get to, whether that was start my own project or join another person's project, I was there. I was there. I was like, okay,
you were doing it.
I'll get the equipment.
First name on the list.
Right. Yep. I was like, put me on there. And
put me in, coach. Yes.
Put me in, coach, because again, sophomore year, like I wasn't getting those reps in. I mean, I was few and far between, but I really wasn't like pushing myself. And so, because I was scared that I wasn't enough. Now, junior year, I was like,
I can do whatever I want.
okay, who's gonna learn? Like, I mean, like I have to go in and do it, like, or it's not gonna happen. So that was junior year in a nutshell. Was kind of just
100%.
I was running around, busy.
Same for me. I feel like my junior year was really pedal to the metal. It was like, okay, I have to lock in and get serious about the things that I want to do with my life. And I also had just picked up a new major at that time. So I kind of felt behind in that sense, where I was like, I need to get super involved in all of the things, like journalism related, writing, editing, media, everything. I wanted to do it. And so like for me, I was really busy with obviously a full class load. I was doing more with her campus. I had an internship. I had a job. I was just doing everything that I possibly could. Like I didn't want to say no to a single opportunity. And I really do feel like I like how you mentioned too, because you weren't being held back by that fear anymore. Because I think before freshman year or sophomore year, I might have thought like, am I capable like enough to do this? Like, am I qualified for this? And then junior year, I kind of was like, wait, I am, like, I can do this. And now with that newfound confidence, I actually went a little bit crazy. And I was like, now I can do everything.
Right.
But it was really hard because I feel like if you don't balance that, it can really quickly turn into like exhaustion, burnout, all of the things that.
And it did for me. I mean, like for me, I was just like, okay, I think I stretched myself too thin. Like there were nights where I was, you know, working until like 1, 2 in the morning. And while it was worth it in the end for the final product in terms of like my video projects and things like that, mentally it was hard, you know, because I was like, I'm doing everything that I want to do, but at the cost of my internal peace.
Right. Like at what cost? Truly. Because in the moment, it feels very easy to let those things slide. Like physical health, we don't need her. Like sleep, we don't need her. And it works in a sense because you're doing all the things you want to be doing and you're seeing the final products and you feel so successful. But then you really catch yourself at a bad spot sometimes where you're like, I don't know if I can keep this going for much longer. And I also do feel like even though it feels like it's working, eventually like the quality of your life, even your work might begin to suffer. Right? Because like there were times where I was doing so much, I was so scattered that I was like missing really important things. Like I think in the spring semester, I had so much going on and I was just trying to get everything done, everything checked off that I completely like missed an interview for an internship. Like, and that was like the first time I'd ever done something like that. And it truly woke me up. And I was like, whoa, maybe I'm doing too much. Maybe I need to scale it back a bit
Yeah.
so that I can actually give quality work to the things that I'm doing, quality effort.
And while that is a lesson that, like, same lesson that you learned, I'm learning, I still haven't mastered it. Hence why I say learning.
And then we're doing the same thing again.
We're doing the same thing again, which we'll touch on.
We'll get into it, but
it's kind of like, for me, it's like, I always feel like, am I doing enough? Because, you know, part of me is like, I don't think I am. And so I start pushing myself to do more things because I'm like, well, I can join this one more club and it'll be fine. Or I can take on this job and it'll be fine. And like, are you sure? Are you sure about that? Are you sure about that? Like, that's where, but again, it's that internal struggle of like, am I doing enough? You start to compare yourself.
I'm so glad you brought that up. Like, seriously, I think that's also another key like component of junior year. It's the year of the LinkedIn crawl. Like, everyone suddenly has a LinkedIn. And they're currently just, they're like connections left and right. Everywhere.
LinkedIn farming. Let's talk about the LinkedIn farming epidemic, of course.
It's an epidemic. It really is. So you have the interview, now what? Real girl bosses use the professional clothing closet to make sure they're looking and feeling their best. And that's not all. If you want to land your dream job while looking fabulous, check out our article, 6 Ways the FSU Career Center Helps You Crush Your Career Goals. Tap the link down below to read more. All I know is that suddenly junior year, everybody had a LinkedIn. Everyone was posting their job updates. Everyone suddenly had a summer internship lined up. And I was like, when did this happen? Is there some secret that I'm not in on? Because I just was like, I felt like I was doing so much. And then I found LinkedIn and I was like, clearly not enough. Like, I'm like, how did these people have time for this? Like, I should have started this club like back in like freshman year. And like, it kind of makes you second guess yourself and think like, am I truly doing enough? When you're looking at everyone else and seeing everything that they're doing.
And 2 things that I gathered from that was, 1, you're doing what you're meant to be doing. Point blank, period. You are doing what you're meant to be doing.
I needed to hear that at the time.
And I honestly, it's a reminder, it's something that I have to remind myself. It's like, okay, I didn't get into this thing. That's fine. I wasn't meant to be there, and that's fine. But eventually I'll find my path to whatever it is I'm meant to be doing, and that's okay. And number 2, LinkedIn, like all social media platforms, is just showcasing the final product. It's showcasing the positive. It's showcasing like everybody's amazing work. And while it's awesome to see like my friends succeed in their internships and like their video projects are spectacular.
Of course.
And like they're doing cool things. It's awesome to see, but I have to remember to remind myself, okay, I may not be doing these things, but I'll get there. I'll get there somehow. And I'm still doing amazing things on my own. And here are the things that I'm doing. And you have to remind yourself, it's not a race with them, but more so a race with yourself. Like, how are you improving based on the things that you've done in the past?
I love that mindset shift, because I feel like sometimes in this environment where everyone can be very ambitious, where people are constantly like pushing themselves to do more, it does kind of feel like, wait, we're in competition with each other. But that's really not what's happening. It is like your own journey, and you are in a race within yourself. And honestly, other people are more so the people that are pushing you to go forward and collaborating with you, and you're learning from them and they're learning from you. And so instead of kind of seeing it as like what they're doing is talking about what I'm lacking, it's like, wait, how can I grow from this as well? And I feel like that's really big too, especially in creative fields, when you're eyeing other people's projects and like the things that they're doing, the things they're writing, and you think to yourself like, why didn't I think of that? Or like, am I even able to do something like that? And I know you felt similar ways and things like that before.
So for me, it was like, at first it was hard for me to watch like projects from, you know, my peers in DMP who were like really good editors or really just all around stellar skills. It was really hard for me to watch at first because I was like, dang, I'm nowhere near that level. But I can learn that. I can learn that. I can do that. Easy. I mean, not easy, but I can get there. You know what I mean? Okay, so what did they did this really cool edit. Awesome. how can I do that? Oh, they used this program. Okay, I'm gonna learn it. Oh, there's a tutorial on YouTube. Yeah. The amount of times I spent like just like I had YouTube on one window and then Premiere on the other, and I was like copying the tutorial.
Right.
I mean, like that's the only way. It's like you have to
That is
acknowledge
the only way.
like, okay, I'm not at their level. I'm not. But I can get there because they once also started where I'm at.
Exactly.
And they probably learned from someone else who was where they are.
Yeah, do not see people as this like competition, see them as like inspiration, right? I feel like we're constantly all being inspired by each other, pushed to keep growing, to keep learning. That's such a big part of the experience. And like you said too, sometimes there's going to be moments where we feel behind or we get that really hard rejection for something that we were really hoping for. I feel like that was also a part of junior year for me as well, because there were a lot of opportunities that I thought, yes, I'm definitely going to get this. I'm really excited for this. And then it just fell through and it didn't happen. And I was really, really sad about it. And I did not want to see the silver lining at the time. But truly, like looking at the people around me, I was kind of like, but there's so many other options out there.
Right.
And like truly seeing what other people are doing helped me to continue to move forward and be like, this option didn't work.
Yeah.
What else can I do? What are other people doing? Can I use that in my own journey? Could that possibly be right for me too?
Right. And reach out to them. I mean, like whether that's LinkedIn or like even sliding in the DMs and just being like, hey.
The LinkedIn DMs is even crazier.
Have you ever? I'm talking about Instagram.
Oh.
Wait. No, you were going to say a story. Have you ever what?
I've slid into LinkedIn DMs before.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
And how was that?
It actually worked out in my favor.
Yeah. I had someone reach out to me about like helping her with like her documentary project. And I was like, totally. And we met like through LinkedIn, literally.
Literally. That's exactly how it happens. That's what it's for. That's what the connections are for,
so
guys.
LinkedIn has its like benefits because like you reach out to these people and you say, hey, this is a really cool project. How did you do this? Or hey, like I saw that you have a skill in this. Like how did you, what tools did you use? Or like even like I would reach out to friends through like messages or Instagram being like, hey, I saw your video, really dope. How did you do this? How did you do that? Or
Spill
like,
the secrets.
Spill the secrets. give me the spell. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like that truly is, I mean, it does everything because then you learn it. And now it's like, that's one more skill that you have that gets you even closer to being a pro. So, I mean.
So now do you feel like a pro going into your senior year?
I mean, I don't think I'm always growing. I'm always going to be continuing to, you know, develop my skills. I wouldn't say that I'm a pro. I would say that compared to where I was freshman year, I'm way better, but I wouldn't say I'm professional. You know what I mean? And I'll get there. And maybe one day I can confidently say, yeah, I'm a professional.
I don't know if anyone ever fully feels like a pro, to be honest.
Yeah.
I feel like we're all kind of still works in progress.
Right. But that's okay.
But now looking back to freshman year, it's like, look at all we've done, look at all we've accomplished. And that also helps with like that comparison thing too. It's just looking at your own journey and being like, but where I started, I'm way farther.
Yeah.
And now we're approaching our senior years right now. So deep breaths. Senior year.
Yeah.
Okay. Temperature check. How are we feeling about it? What are just the initial thoughts and feelings that come up when you hear
For senior year?
graduating senior?
Ooh, the dooming question. So what are you going to do post-grad?
Post-grad.
What's your plans?
Are you going to get a job?
I don't know.
Where are you going to move? What are you going to do? Yeah.
You know, I have options in mind. Like I was thinking, oh, maybe I'll apply to film schools post-grad or, you know, while I'm doing that, look at, you know, jobs that are open. But overall feeling is like bittersweet because on one hand, I'm like, you know, I am ready to graduate. You know, I've had my time here and it is still a ride. And, but at the same time, it's like, oh my gosh.
It's like near the end.
Like college, you know, something that you think about for years, like in high school, even like, at least for me, middle school, of like, oh my God, I'm gonna be in college. And, and now it's like, oh, I'm graduating? Oh, so I'm unk. As the youngins like to say. As the youngins say. No, but like, it's just like, I don't know, it's bittersweet because it's like, yeah, I'm ready, but also I'm leaving behind a place that like, has seen me at my best, has seen me at my absolute worst, has seen me in the middle, You know, it's you're leaving the confines of something that, you know, for 4 years was kind of this safe haven, because even if like your life was, you know, you weren't having the best moments, it's like, okay, well, I'm still going to return to a place of familiarity that once started off, as we talked about freshman year, not
Completely
familiar,
unfamiliar.
to something that, oh, this is like second home.
Second home, truly.
Yeah, so it's bittersweet. But what about you? How are you feeling?
I would say the same thing. I feel like for me, coming up on my 4th and final year, I'm definitely like, this chapter is coming to a close. And I feel very much at peace with that. And so I am kind of excited to see what comes. I'm very curious to see what this year will hold, because
curious.
Yeah, I think I'm just very curious, because I will say, like, I had the same feeling when I was growing up. I saw college as this big shiny thing that it was like a million years away, but I was so excited for, right? But now that I'm here, I had never thought, what comes after a million years? To me, it was like, oh, college, and then that's it. Like, it's so far away, like, I'll never even get there. Then it's like, oh, wait, I'm actually at the end of this journey now. And now it's time to basically start all over again. Yeah. And I think that's how I feel too, is like, it feels like I'm starting over again. But I like that feeling. And I'm really curious to see where it goes, because I'm very open-minded to kind of what I want my post-grad experience to be. And so senior year doesn't scare me. I feel a little nostalgic seeing all the freshmen walking around, like moving into their dorms.
Gosh, it makes me feel like I see them moving into the dorms. I even see the girls like who are rushing, and I'm just like, y'all have 4 years. I have 1.
Yes. Like, it just feels like everything's like in your face of how like old you are, even though we're not that old.
We're not that old. Like we're I mean,
21?
Yeah, 21. Almost 22.
20, going on 22. Actually,
I mean, not that.
I'm not going to think about 22, but yeah.
Mine's a month away. Well, by the time that this is out,
you really are
more like 2 weeks.
No, I'm kidding.
Okay, but I can use the Taylor Swift song.
Exactly.
I don't know about you. Yeah.
No, but I actually feel like senior year, I'm probably most excited for out of all the years at FSU.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I just have a really good feeling about it.
Because I think it's like we have everything open to us now.
The world is literally our oyster.
Because it's like you turn 18, oh, I'm a legal adult. Okay, cool. 19 and 20 are cool ages too, because like 20, you're going into your 20s. But then it's like you turn 21 and you have access to like, you know, things that you didn't have access.
Like I could rent a hotel room. Yeah.
You know, like it's just like there's cool things to look forward to now. It's like the first year you truly like all your friends are also 21. So it's like you guys are in it together.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
That's definitely how I'm feeling. I just think it's like everything's open to me now, and I love being 21. I think this is my favorite age so far.
I don't think I have a favorite age just yet.
It hasn't happened yet?
It hasn't happened where I'm like, oh yes, this was the age. Like,
yeah.
I know 19 wasn't.
Well,
I can tell you that.
19's at the bottom of my list. They're like, oh my gosh, I still feel 16 or I feel 17. You know, like even though you're fully 20.
I don't feel like that.
I don't feel that way. I feel like 21.
I feel 21. I wouldn't say 21 is my favorite. Not that it hasn't been bad or anything. I do know that 20 and 19 are at the bottom of my list if we're going to rank.
It's actually so
I know
real.
that they're there.
It might be at the bottom of my list too.
The bar is on the floor.
Those years were, let's just say,
scary.
Yeah.
It's scary.
Yeah.
I mean,
a lot packed into them for sure. So much learning, so
a lot.
Just a lot.
Yeah.
I can't even break it down more than that. It's just,
It's just you.
But 21 feels like hopeful to me. Like I'm really just living life. And really excited to see what happens. But I guess thinking about now, senior year is kind of in front of us. We have the whole year ahead of us. What are you hoping to get out of this final year?
Ooh, you know, that's really hard. I don't have an exact answer. I guess stump me. I think, you know, I just hope that the things that I make senior year are my best projects yet. Because I think I want to see that my skills have fully wrapped. I mean, again, like I said, still growing in my skills, right?
Yes.
Whether that's production, whether that's in writing, whether that's in anything. Always growing. But I want to see that at least my final year from freshman year to now, everything has, culminate, like come together. And like, I see that improvement, and I think that's what I'm looking for. I'm also looking for just like, it's that final ride, like enjoying the last few, whether that's like last few moments in my apartment that I've lived in for 3 years, last few moments of like, going out with my friends and like enjoying
100%.
and like
my roommate and I want to like get back into Azalea and go visit our
same
dorm room.
Yes.
So if you live in Azalea and you can help my roommate and I get
let a girl in,
please.
Yes.
It would mean so much to us.
Same thing for the girls and Jenny. Let me in. My roommate and I were talking about like we want to take our grad photos like in front of Jenny, like that statue, because
that
like
is really cute.
full circle.
It is a full circle moment.
Yeah, take a picture in front of the exact dorm I lived in. Imagine
Yes.
like the person who lives there now just opens the door. They're like,
that's even better. That's part of the experience.
Who are these old ladies in front of my door? And we're just like, hey, sorry, like we're just we're reminiscing. And they're like, get out. Like,
go away.
Go away. Yeah, no. So
yeah, I think same for me. I just want this year to really kind of be the final cherry on top of everything.
Yes.
I'm definitely doing some things that are really important to me this year. I do have like another internship.
Ooh.
Yes.
Ooh.
That I'm really, really excited for. And so I'm just really eager to see where that takes me.
Totally.
And also just kind of being nostalgic and reminiscing and soaking
taking
it all in. Exactly.
Jinx.
Exactly, Jinx. Yeah.
But yeah.
So that is 100% what I see this year being. And I think it's a great place to be. Like,
oh, 100%. 100%.
Yes. It's going to be a good year.
Yeah.
And anyone who has just recently graduated, like, give us the tips, give us the advice.
Oh my gosh, please.
We're just going into it.
We're just going into it, and who knows, maybe we'll see how we feel by the end.
Yeah, we should do like a recap at the end to see how we feel.
Oh gosh.
Oh my gosh, now that we're over and graduated, but yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's wraps on the first episode of the HCFSU edit. I was just so glad to talk to you about all of these topics.
Same here.
I feel like it was the perfect way to just introduce you guys to us
right
at the same time, because this truly has been our experience. Like, we love FSU. We love her campus, of course.
Of course.
And so if you miss us, you should totally check out our articles on our website. We write so much. The girls in our chapter put their hearts and souls into those articles. So please check them out and go ahead, like and subscribe. Drop a comment on what your favorite year at FSU has been so far. We'd love to hear that as well. But until next time,
bye y'all.